My name's John Mason and I live in Glastonbury now. I decided to move to Glastonbury after many years of moving around the country. I eventually found that I'd settle for somewhere for a few months, then after a few months it'd be thinking about time to move because it didn't feel right, and then eventually I came down here because I'd visited this place many times in the past, and I just thought to myself, yeah, it feels right, and I've been here for 6 years now. I started using infrared photography in black and white, especially because it was something that I saw some examples in one of the camera magazines once, and I thought to myself, yeah, that's something I could really get to grips with, because it was at the time not really much known with it, because what you saw wasn't necessarily what you got as an end result. And that intrigued me because at the time I was going through a little bit of a crisis in my photography, in that I was in love with photography, but I was falling out of love with colour photography because it was just all so much the same. And infrared photography rekindled it all for me. If you've ever seen infrared black and white, the first thing that most people turn around and say is it looks very ghostly. Now at the time I'd had an interest in the paranormal, as most people probably have. And with the infrared black and white photography, it tended to lend itself to things like ruins. And I'd always loved exploring castles. So I used to go around all the castles and the abbeys and all the other ruins that were around the country that we've got so many of. And after a while I thought to myself, you know, there could be a book in this. So I approached English Heritage with the idea of doing a book on their haunted properties. And eventually, after being passed around to a few different people, they agreed and they thought it was a great idea. So all of a sudden it's gone from an idea to, I now have 4 months to finish this. I'd always had an interest in the paranormal and ancient monuments and things like, you know, stone barrows, stone circles, castle ruins. You know, they've always kind of like conjured up a certain mystery in my mind, and I'd always liked visiting these places. And eventually I thought to myself, not only can I go and visit the places that I like, but I can combine it with the photography that I love. Today I'm here in the Grail Centre in Glastonbury, and they've got an exhibition of my infrared black and white photography, but they've also got an exhibition of my colour paintings. The reason why I've got colour paintings here is because with the photography I can create a certain mood and a certain atmosphere with the infrared, but with the colour painting I can express the colour side of things but still keep it with that little fantasy element that you wouldn't get in a photograph. I've often been asked whether I enjoy painting more or photography more, and to be perfectly honest with you, it depends on the time of day, the time of year and the atmospheric conditions. Like for example, if it's absolutely chucking it down freezing cold outside, it's a great day to paint. On the other side of it, if you've got a really nice bright sunny day, it's a great day for photography. If anybody happens to be interested, the Grail Centre is situated at 24 Chilkwell Street in Glastonbury, which is not far from the foot of the tour. So all you've got to do, follow the signs for the tour, and eventually you should find us. I have got a website called hauntedrealm.com. At the moment it's a free site. It's just got about 10% of my photography on there. I've been very, very lazy of late and haven't updated it, but it's a free site. It gives people a rough idea of what I've done, what I'm doing, and very soon it should be due for an update and an upgrade, and we'll have paintings on there, and we will also have some video. One of the things that attracted me to Glastonbury is the fact it's got very many good places to visit. There are places that I've been to so many times I've lost count, but they still have that certain magical element to them. I mean, I love the Tor. I've been up there so many times now, and I still love it. And every time I go up there, it's always a little bit different. You know, the sky's a little bit different, the atmospherics are a little bit different. It could be a different time of year, but it's always something really special about it that you just can't quite put your finger on, but it keeps dragging me back up there. I love the Abbey ruins. Again, that's a very tranquil place. It's right in the middle of town, and you know, even when you're inside there, you tend to lose all the traffic noise and all the outside disturbances. You know, it's just a very magical place. And another place I like is the Chalicewell Gardens. Again, another tranquil place, especially in the spring when all the flowers are out. You know, it's a sort of place that's very, very special to me. And the town itself, I do love the town. It's got loads of great coffee shops and stuff, so you can meet up with friends, have a coffee. You know, sometimes you go to one cafe, wander around, meet a few people, say hello, and end up in another cafe. It's just great. I mean, some people like the town and some people don't. I love it. I've travelled the length and breadth of the British Isles and Ireland, and there are very many places that I do like, but I do always find myself being drawn back in towards the southwest. I do love Cornwall. Cornwall to me is very special. It's got so many great locations, you know, with its stone circles and its fugus and its dolmens and its ruined castles. It's absolutely amazing, and because Cornwall isn't so big, you can get to see so many of them in such a short period of time.